And greetings once again from the 7th Moon Thunder via Studio A. Studio A. And welcome once again to the Capt. Fizz and Mask Guy podcast. I'm a little backwards today, but that's nothing new for our listeners.
That's pretty much normal.
That's pretty much normal. I, of course, am El Hombre Loco in Masquerado, better known as That Mask Guy, alongside my cohort, my co-captain,
Fizz,
Captain
the best
Fizz.
captain that is on the radio right now.
Well, we're not on the radio. We're on
I am
podcast.
on the radio.
You're on. Well, then get off the radio and get back on your chair.
I'm not on a chair. I am on my couch with my Avengers blanket. And Thor is sitting under my royal tuchus.
That might be slightly uncomfortable.
For him, I agree.
I'm just more worried about, his hammer.
Yes. But anyways, my cohort reminded me something after our last episode, earlier in the week. We went an entire episode without talking Star Wars.
Yeah, shame on us. Again, this is part 2 of our San Diego Comic-Con review. And I kind of feel like shame on us for not bringing it up, but we were so intent on trying to get through all the trailers that we had seen.
Which was a lot.
And so we didn't, because there wasn't a new trailer, we didn't really get to get too much into that.
No, the biggest thing about Star Wars wasn't trailers, it wasn't, the cast, it was a kiss.
It was a kiss.
It was a kiss that could have an interesting meaning in the movies.
It was absolutely epic. They had the full cast there, and at one point, Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher stand up and they kiss.
Which, it does make you wonder if this is a prelude to what they're doing in the movies.
It could be. It really could.
There's so many rumors about what's going on in the movies. This is very interesting to see.
It's interesting.
It's a tease.
It's a tease. I think a lot of us longtime Star Wars fans have kind of assumed that Princess Leia and Han Solo get together after Return of the Jedi.
Bow, chicken, wow, wow.
Pretty much. And all I have to say is #Slave Leia.
Captain Fizz will never wear a Slave Leia outfit again.
And we will be very thankful for that.
Hey, I look good with moobs. My moobs.
But anyways, so what was really interesting was, of course, they had a big panel on this, and, there was a lot of talk, because they didn't bring Harrison Ford out at first, and so someone asked the question as, how is Harrison Ford doing? And J.J. Abrams says, well, you know what? Why don't we ask him himself? And he comes out, and he's looking awesome.
Yes, and his exact words were, I walked here, so what does that say?
Exactly. And it was...
That's a long way from the Millennium Falcon.
It was funny, because after the panel, they went off and they had a concert for everyone who showed up, and everyone was given a lightsaber. And what was funny was that as the cast came up on the stage, Harrison Ford used his lightsaber as a cane, which was, quite, humorous.
Humorous in the fact that Han Solo does not have a lightsaber.
He does not have a lightsaber, yet everyone that attended the concert, all were given lightsabers, and all the cast who came on stage had lightsabers. It was a really glorious scene.
I have to ask, though, if Han Solo can't drive an airplane, how the hell can he drive the Millennium Falcon?
Here's the thing, and this is a little off topic. What Harrison Ford did in that plane crash, a lot of the so-called experts have said that is an extremely difficult maneuver to do, and not many pilots have been able to do what Harrison Ford did. And what he did was the correct thing to do.
Oh, I don't take that. I'm making
jokes,
a joke, and you're taking away my joke. I hate you.
And it wasn't a plane, it was a helicopter, I believe. It might have been a plane.
It was a plane. You suck.
Whatever. I defy your reasoning, and, I would give you a raspberry, but I'm not sure it would come across very well.
How do you defy my logic or my reasoning when I don't have either?
They're in there somewhere. You just don't know it.
They're suppressed with Thor.
Well, they're suppressed by something, that's for sure. Maybe it's
a butt plug.
I was going to say the Saskatchewan Rough Rider ball cap you're wearing there.
No. This keeps my ego up.
Considering how well they've been doing in the CFL.
Hey, we're the best team out there.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. So, going back to the Q&A they went off and did, they went off and kind of gave names to a lot of the characters that weren't previously mentioned. Gwendolyn Christine is playing Captain Phasma. There is a Domino Hall Gleason who's going to be General Hux. Oscar Isaac is playing Poe Dameron. Simon Pegg is going to actually have a cameo in. He's going to be an alien, so you probably, unless you recognize his voice, you probably won't know he's actually in the movie.
Which anyone who knows Simon Pegg knows you'll know his voice.
I mean, that was just completely epic. I'm just trying to, of course, Andy Serkis, who is best known for the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies as Smeagol, as well as the new Planet of the Apes movies.
Smeagol.
Caesar, he is going to play Supreme Leader Snoke.
Smeagol.
And, there's a bunch of others. Characters. Warwick Davis is going to be back.
Duh.
Kenny Baker. Like, many of the, original heroes will be back.
This is Star Wars. Every name is big.
And even those names that aren't big, they are going to be big eventually. So,
this is Star Wars. All names are now big. They went
off and brought up a lot of the characters. I don't remember hearing anything about any of the backstories, but again, there's a couple of the new generation characters where you wonder whether or not they may be children of
Children of the Corn.
Well, children of, the Skywalker kids, there's even, I subscribe to the Entertainment Weekly on behalf of my wife.
Sure.
There's talk I didn't actually have a chance to read it yet, which honestly, considering that is their San Diego Comic-Con special, I'm feeling a little bit ashamed, and, honestly, it's really good. If you haven't got it yet, I suggest you pick it up and check it out. But there is talk that while the old Jedi Order wouldn't allow the Jedi to have children, there is talk that maybe Obi-Wan Kenobi might have had a child. This could have happened.
Cue the fanboys.
Yes, and here's the thing. There's a 20-year period of time between, Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, where we don't really know a whole lot of what Ben was doing, other than he was watching over Luke. That's all we really know that he was doing.
The Doctor.
Well, dude, okay, seriously. We're not going to talk about the Doctor.
Why?
We're not going to talk about Doctor Who here.
You know what? Doctor Who is Doctor Who. The Doctor Who teleported into the Star Wars galaxy and became friends with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Well, one of the things that has been suggested, that we know, in fact, was that Yoda wanted Obi-Wan Kenobi to learn to channel, conversations with Jedi who passed away, because Yoda was able to hear the voices of Qui-Gon Jinn, and was told Ben or Obi-Wan Kenobi, pardon me, that, he needed how to learn to do this, and that Qui-Gon Jinn, him would be able to converse and whatever. So I don't think any of this is really going to come up, because by this time...
Because it's going to be action. That was my best lightsaber noise.
Yes, it was. And maybe one of these days I'll actually have to bring in my lightsaber. Or I can use the lightsaber app that, the...
Star Wars app.
Star Wars app, which is epic. Again,
Star Wars selfies.
Yeah, exactly. If you,
I am Princess Leia.
You are Princess Leia.
Please, Disney, give me a slave Leia option.
Please, Disney, don't give him a slave Leia option.
I want to be slave Leia.
Okay.
I got the hips.
You keep telling yourself that. But
best episode ever.
I'm just. Even from what little that I gleaned out of, the panel and everything, I'm even more excited for this. I mean...
I hate to say this, and this is going to sound really, really bad. I don't care what is said. I don't care what is shown to me. This is Star Wars. I am going to go, and I'm going to dress up as a very tall, mature Yoda. And I'm going to be more excited than I have ever been because it's Star Wars. I don't need hype.
And I will probably go incognito as a Jedi Knight. I actually have the Jedi.
Oh, who are we kidding? We're going as ourselves, representing our show.
Well, I've already
as Jedis
been in a discussion. I'm going to be seeing this movie probably 3 times just within the Christmas season alone.
I'm going to be having interviews with people as they're leaving the movie. They're going to throw things at me, but that's okay. Free popcorn.
Free popcorn. I think it's going to be interesting because, sorry, man, I wanted to go off and see the movie the first time with you, but my brother-in-law has pretty much told me that if I don't go to see the movie with him, he will kill me.
That's okay. I'm going to walk into the movie theater, and I'm going to grab the nearest person possible. I'm going to say, "You, movie, now." And then I'm going to get punched and I'm going to laugh. It'll be the most epic fail ever.
Epic fail. Worst episode
all I need to do is find the closest Yoda. And it's like, movie we shall see.
Movie we shall see. Yes.
Except for I won't look like a geek. Okay, wait, I will look like a geek. I won't sound like a geek. Oh, who am I kidding?
We're going to be geeks.
We're going to be geeks. We're going to be the biggest geeks there.
We're going to be pretty big geeks.
I hate to say this, but it might end up being one of the movies where we might be some of the older ones there. I hate how it ends that way. We go to kids' movies for some godforsaken reason and actually enjoy it.
Well, some of them are really good.
With the exception of Inside Out.
I haven't seen a movie. We did actually last weekend saw Minions, and we both thought it was pretty good.
Minions was phenomenal. This guy almost laughed to death.
Almost laughed.
He almost laughed to death.
It's been a long time, I think, since I've laughed that hard at a movie, which is a good thing.
I think he started pooping out popcorn.
Oh, more than likely. Okay, but again, this is, again, the most anticipated movie of the year.
Except for Deadpool.
You know what, honestly...
Deadpool.
As much as I have to say this, screw Deadpool. Screw it. You know what? I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to Rogue One next year. Next Christmas in 2016. So, go Star Wars.
Too much hype is not a good thing.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to just quickly move on to a couple of things. Gotham Season 2. I believe we actually, spoke about this a little bit.
In one of our episodes.
They are going to... be exploring the origin of Joker, who's simply known as Jerome.
Who had the most epic appearance at San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know if you heard that.
I heard about it. I wasn't able to see any clips on it.
Basically, they were doing a guest appearance of all the cast, minus Jerome, of course. So they were going through, they were talking, blah, blah, blah. A guest was started to talk, and this random kid grabs the microphone and starts talking. And, they call security, and all you hear is, how high is your pain tolerance? And the laughter of Joker, and you knew immediately who it is. And the guy who plays, Detective Gordon... all you hear is, "I will find you, Jerome. I will get you."
Yeah, and of course, Jerome's
most epic, Comic-Con talk ever.
So there was a lot of real hype on that.
It's Gotham.
Gotham, which is good. There's going to talk on the Flash, where they're going to go off and they're going to bring in. I didn't actually write it down. This is just something.
Lots of people.
But yeah, they will be bringing in the original Flash.
Yes.
He will be in season 2 of the show. And there's talk of a couple of other heroes on that as well. There's also now talk that Hawkman will make at least appearance